Hey Divi Nation, welcome to a brand new weekly live stream that we'll be doing to provide some extra value in and around the Divi Design Initiative. Now, for those of you who don't know, the first wave of our new initiative as part of our larger mission to make the Divi Nation the most empowered community on the web is to give away a new Divi layout pack each Monday. See, these layout packs are created by our super talented design team, and they're published on our blog each Monday. And now we're going to go over in detail every Tuesday with yours truly or another member of the Elegant Theme staff a specific use case for that free resource. Today, I'll be showing you how to download, install, and set up a brand new functioning virtual assistant website using the new Divi Business Layout Pack. So you can download this layout pack and all of the high resolution images used in the layout for free right now from our website. And I've placed that download link in the video description, so be sure to check that out. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and use that link right now myself to get things started. Okay, let's get things ready to go here. Change my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. And here we go, the download an amazing free Divi Business Layout Pack. So what I'm going to do is come down here, past all the demo links, which if you'd like to check out just a functioning version of this layout pack, you can do that just by going to this page, and we have all the demo links throughout. Okay, so I've already entered in my email, but if you're viewing this page for the first time, instead of a download button right here, there'll be an email opt-in. So don't worry if you've already signed up for our email newsletter. You won't get extra emails, but what you will do, but by putting this download behind an email opt-in, people who aren't on it are encouraged to sign up. And if you're already on it, it'll just give you the download button. So here we go, download. And so what that's doing is it's putting the new Divi Business Layout Pack in my downloads folder, and I'm going to go ahead and exit out of our blog, and I'm going to pull up my Finder, go to my downloads folder, and you'll see that I have a few files in here. So what I've got right now is the Divi Business Layout Pack right here. I've also got the Divi Virtual Assistant child theme that I created. I used divi.space for that. You can create one manually, but I find that's just a really simple, fast way to do it. Of course, I got the Divi theme, and then I've got two tools that we're going to use to make our site function today, which is the WooCommerce Bookings plugin or extension and WooCommerce itself. So these are the kind of the tools that you'll need to make this work, and of course, a brand new installation of WordPress. So the cool thing about these demos, I think anyway, about these use case live streams is that we go from a blank WordPress install to a functioning, beautiful website in about an hour. Last time it took us 50 minutes to create a functioning restaurant that allowed you to actually reserve tables on it. And this time we're going to do the same, but for a virtual assistant website. So let me pull up my kind of reference script here just so I don't waste time fumbling around. So we've downloaded our layout pack. What we're going to do is unzip the file. You know what? Before that, let's go ahead and get Divi installed. All right, so I'm going to exit out of this guy. I'm going to go to Appearance Themes, Add New, Upload, Choose File, and in my Downloads folder, I'm going to select Divi, open that. Install now. Of course, we want to activate that. Now, we should have some folks from the Elegant Theme staff in the comments. So if you have any questions while I'm doing this, please feel free to jump in there, ask your questions. Someone from our company will be in there answering questions. And, of course, periodically I'll jump in there myself and try to answer any questions that you might have too. So next step here is to add our child theme. And it looks like there is an update available here for Divi. We'll want to make sure we do that. So this is a great little learning moment here. So what we don't have is the Divi API key, and what that allows you to use to do is just to get regular updates from us. It kind of proves that you're a paying customer. So I'm actually going to go ahead and log in to my account, grab that API key, come back to Divi theme options in my WP admin, go to updates, and I'll paste that API key in. And my username, now I'll save those options. All right, great. So now I should be able to run the update. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it just took a second to recognize that I have a new API key in there. Okay, great. So it's been updated successfully. And the next thing we want to do is add our new layout pack. So if you go to the front end of the website right now, it just looks like this. This is what Divi looks like when you install it, and you've done absolutely nothing else. So we're going to very quickly go from this to a beautiful business website, and then we'll take that and start paring it down to just our virtual assistant website. So let's jump into to that real quick. All right. So let's go to Divi library. Let's open up our Finder again and unzip that Divi business layout pack that we downloaded from the blog. And you can see we've got several pages in here, but the one I want is this business_all, and that's all of these layouts in one JSON, and that's just going to save me some time. So what I'm going to do is come in here to Divi library, import and export, go to the import tab, choose file, and select that business_all. And then I'm going to import Divi Builder layouts. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new layouts, and these are for full pages. So what I'm actually going to do here is go to Pages, Add New, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so now I've got 7 blank pages here ready to be created. And I'm just going to load them up in order. So let's go to call this one the home page, use Divi Builder, load from layout, add from library, business home, load. And I'll go ahead and publish that. And I'm just going to move along here pretty quickly and do the same thing across the board. So we've got an about page, load from library, add from library, business about, publish. And then we've got a blog. Use the Divi Builder, load from library, add from library, business blog, publish. And then we've got a portfolio. Publish. And then we've got a pricing page. Publish. Okay, a few more here. Got a contact page. Publish. And we've got a landing page. Okay, so what I've done now is I've just created 7 new pages using all 7 of the new layouts, and I'm going to exit out of the individual ones up here and then go to the website. On the front end, so you see all these pages are added here, but not much has changed, but that's we can change that really, really quickly. So all I need to do is go to the back end here and go to Settings, Reading, and Front Page Display. I want to select that. I want my front page to be the home page I just created. And I'm actually going to leave this blank because we're using the blog module, and so we're not actually using the built-in blog feed. So when I change this, and I go back to the front end, and I click on the home, well, all of a sudden we've got a stunning Divi homepage. All right, so things are starting to take shape, but this menu is a little weird, and our bottom bar looks a little out of place. So let's do some basic customizations to get this looking the way that we want it to. So I am going to first go to Appearance Menus. I'm going to create our primary menu. And I'm going to make sure the display location is set to primary menu. And then I'm going to add all these pages we just created. And I don't need that sample page. In fact, when I think about it, I'll go ahead and go back and delete that. So let's add these here. And then I'll reorder them. So like the top will be the farthest left and the bottom will be the farthest right. So I want home, about, blog, portfolio, pricing, contact, and then landing page. And this is, again, this is not like the final iteration of this, but this is just going to be helpful for me as I'm working here to kind of have things in that order, just a personal preference. So again, we've got this weird thing where there's this blue accent color that doesn't really go with our design. The menu, while white looks good, it's not an exact match. This down here, you can tell it's just a little bit different. So I think this still needs some customization. To do that, I'm going to go to Theme Customizer. And I'm just going to start making things look a bit more uniform. And one of the tools I use for that every time I do this is this Chrome extension right here. It's a color pick eyedrop. So if you go to the Chrome App Store or the Chrome extension store, it's called Color Pick Eyedropper, and this is a great little tool. For instance, we've got this green, which is great for buttons and everything, but we also need like a link color, and I'm not sure I want that green in every instance. I might add a third color in there, and I really like the pink that we use in the Elegant Themes site. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Elegant Themes real quick, and there's this pink right here in this button and this logo, and I'm going to use that eyedropper to snag that so that I can use it on my new site. And you can do that within your layout. You can do it on other sites. It's pretty cool. Let's see. We want our theme accent color. So just to let you know, this is general settings, layout settings, theme accent color. And I'm going to put that new color code in there just like that. And then I'm also going to come back here to header, primary menu bar, and I'm going to make my active link color that nice pink. So we've got that going on. You know what? I'm actually going to make that white, and you're going to find out in a second why. So text color, we'll also make that white, and our background, let's make that transparent. And the font used here, we can keep that default because what we're going to do is go back here to general settings, typography, and we're going to match the font used in the layout to the font used throughout the whole site. And that's Montserrat. So let's go find that here real quick. I like that. I like my headers just a bit. Oh, let's... change that to 36. We'll edit that later, so don't worry about that. Body link color. Again, let's get back in here and grab that theme accent color. Okay. Save and publish. And exit out. Now, you might notice our logo is not looking so hot, so I'm going to replace that by going in the back end to Divi, Theme Options. I'm going to upload a new logo. I should have one in here. Yeah. Nice little white logo here. And, you know, let's get back in that theme customizer. And we've got this screen so wide, I just want that header to look, so let's make full width. I think I like that a little bit better, especially when we've got a lot of pages up here. So here's what we've got so far. I think that's looking pretty good. Now let's scroll down and apply some of the same changes to that bottom bar. Oh, as we scroll, we notice one problem, which is that as we scroll, our menu is kind of invisible. So let's use our eyedropper again. And I'm going to come down here. Oh, looks like it needs me to scroll down first. I'm going to come down here and grab the purple that we're using throughout right here. And I'm going to go to my fixed navigation settings, primary menu background color, and set that there. Now, when you scroll down, it matches the rest of the design, and it's visible. Okay, great. So we're going to the footer, bottom bar, and let's make that the same background color as our fixed menu. Let's change our text color to white. Let's change our social icon color to white. And there we go. Save and publish. Exit out of there. All right, cool. So now we have this, I don't know, how long was that? Let me check our time here. So in 18 minutes, we went from a blank WordPress install to a Divi business website with a complete design for 7 pages in 18 minutes. But this isn't the final design that we want. Obviously, the use case that we're interested in is we want a virtual assistant website. So for those who don't know what a virtual assistant website is, it is basically where, you know, you're a freelance or solo worker, someone can book your time and you'll do managerial or administrative tasks for them. And it's a great way to make money. It's also a great business opportunity for people who are really enterprising, who want to get a number of virtual assistants under them, and then they can run a multi-person business. It's just a cool little business, and we've happened to have some plugins that are kind of, not us personally, but there happens to be some WordPress plugins out there that are just perfect for this, and that happens to be WooCommerce and WooCommerce Booking. So let's start turning this homepage into the ideal homepage for a virtual assistant business. To do that, I want to kind of identify a few sections, the sections that we'll need to make this up. So obviously I like this header section, this hero section. I want to keep that. We'll definitely need services, and so I'll put a services section right here. We can turn this article into a case study for our services. I'm not sure we need this, so we'll probably replace that with something else. And then I think there obviously needs to be a way for people to book, get their questions answered, and a few other things. So let me look at my outline here. So we need a hero section, we need a services section, we need a case study, we need more case studies. I'd like to explain the process of hiring this fictional virtual assistant. Then I'd like to show what our pricing is. And then I want some more testimonials. And then I want to have an FAQ section. And then the contact section right here at the bottom to kind of complete it. And once we have all those pieces into place, we'll go back and use our extra plugins, our third-party plugins, to actually make that work and function as a real booking website. So there are some variations of all these sections throughout these pages. And one of the cool things about using a Divi layout pack is that you can save individual sections and reuse them in different combinations. And so what I'm going to do is show you how to kind of poach individual sections from other pages, and I'm going to recreate this home page to be ideal for my particular use case. Now, this is a skill that will come in really, really handy no matter what layout pack you're using. So let's get started. Now, I'm just going to tab out a few of these that I kind of identified in advance. And so the About page has a services section that I really like. So I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And you'll notice the first time you're using it on a new install, you can take a tour, which is a really useful tour. But since we already know how to use it, I'm going to go ahead and start building. And I'm going to steal this section by clicking this down arrow right here and add this section to the library. So I'm going to call this Business Services section and save to library. Let's see if there's anything else on this page that I want. No, not really. So I'm going to exit the Visual Builder. I'm going to exit this page. Now I'm on the pricing page. And like I said, I want this on the home page because ideally I'll have as few pages on this virtual assistant website as possible. So if I could get away with, one main page and then, linking to articles that are basically just case studies and then linking to products which are bookable, that's really all I want. So I need everything that's essential for this business to be on one page. So I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And I'm going to steal this pricing section from this page, and then I'll be able to easily transplant it onto the home page. And again, same process. I go to my section settings, click the Add to Library icon, and then I'll name this Business Pricing section. Save to Library. Now, while I'm on this page, I might as well go ahead and scroll down through here and see if there's anything else that I want. And sure enough, there's two sections that I want. I want this testimonial section, business testimonial section, save that to the library, and I want this frequently asked questions section. So I'll go to business FAQ section, save that to library. And doesn't look like there's anything else I want on this page, so I will exit the Visual Builder, exit that page, and then we've got this landing page that's got a lot of cool stuff on it, and I just want to double check and make sure there's not anything that I need. Here we go. I said earlier that I like the idea of having a process section, so I'm going to steal this too. Enable the Visual Builder. Come down here to the process section. Find my Add to Library button. Business Process section. Save to Library. And I also really like this Featured Case Studies section. I'm going to save that too. business case study section. And I believe that's it. Except the other stuff we already saved. Okay, great. So I can exit that out. And now it's time to start rebuilding this page with these sections in the order that I want them in and in the context that I want them in. So let's go ahead and enable the Visual Builder and start remaking this page. So this isn't just a Divi for Business website. This is a specific website about virtual assistants. So I can start changing this. Okay, and I can click on this setting right here. I think that needs to be smaller, so I'll come down here to my title text. Let's make that 46, maybe even 44. Save that. Obviously, we don't want this right here. Let's give ourselves a nice little tagline. And let's come down here to learn more and change that to get a virtual assistant today. All right, and I don't really like this section if I'm doing more or less a one-page website, so I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to click this section addition and go to add from library, and here's all the stuff I just saved. So I have my services section right here. When I click that, in a single click, that whole section comes in here. And since I have different services than these I want to provide, I have, I think, about 6, I can duplicate this row. So now I have my 6 blurbs for my 6 services, and then I can start to recreate those the way that I'd like them. So I'm going to go ahead and come in here and just select that text and start putting in my services. Again, these are administrative tasks that people might want to hire someone to handle for them instead of doing it themselves. And don't worry, I'll change the icons here as well. So you might want someone to create your business presentation for you. Or make travel arrangements. Or something custom. Oops. And so now let's go back in here to each one. And if we open up the blurb settings, we can come down and select an icon that kind of matches what we want here. So email, we need a mail icon. Calendar, we want a calendar icon. You'll see this really just comes together so fast. It's pretty awesome. Social media, there's a sharing icon that's pretty recognizable we can grab. Business presentations. I believe there's like a brochure. My mouse is a little sensitive. I'm scrolling past the stuff I want. All right, let's keep it slow and steady. There we go. There's a brochure, travel arrangements. Let's see what we got in here that's travel related. We could do the map, or we could do, I like this guy. It's a little compass. And more. What's that one? I feel like when in doubt, use this guy. I don't know. It just works. Okay. So now we've got a customized header section, hero section with a call to action. We've got our services. We've got this, which I'd like to kind of revamp into a case study advertising our services. So I'll click in here and I'll write case study, and I can so that's pretty cool. So all of a sudden that's now kind of a placeholder for our case study, and obviously you'll have that content if you really have a case study, and you'll be able to put the title here, put a little blurb text, teaser text, and then a link to that actual article. We don't really need this section, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to come in here and add my more featured my case study section, because if we got one case study, let's go ahead and feature a few more, and I'll actually say more featured case studies. So there we go. I'm liking that so far. Then we want to talk about our process, like what's it like to work with us. So add from library again, business process section. That's pretty cool. And come down here, add another section. Now this is the big one. Let's get our pricing in there. And finally, we want some testimonials. Again, these are just things that I grabbed from other parts of this layout pack, saved the individual sections, and now I'm adding them and mixing and matching them to create a totally new page. FAQ should go next. And then we've got our contact page. So now I'm going to go back through here and just kind of iron out some of the things that don't make sense or that need some refinement. I like the way that the header section flows into the services section. However, there's a lot of white and gray going on here, and I feel like we can mix this up a bit. So I'd like to make this section my purples that I've got going on. And to do that, I'll just grab, again, this eyedropper tool. I'll select that purple color code, come into my row settings, background. Now you can do column settings. So I'm going to go down to my column 2 background color. I'm going to replace the color that's in there with the purple color. And then come over to the text and make that text color white so that it looks good. Same with the text. Boom. Okay, so just like that, we've got just a few edits to make this looking better. I can even come up here to this divider. And I can make the divider white as well, which I think will, yeah. So now we've got, we just kind of inverted that from gray to like a darker background with light text. And I think these two sections blend a little too closely. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to steal this background color for this section. And I'm going to make these three sections alternating by making this the background for this section now. So there we go. We've got a light to dark to gray to light to gray. Now you notice the spacing here is a little weird. Here's the padding on the section. It's at 145, so let's bring that down to 100. And let's bring this up to 100. So now this looks much more balanced as you scroll. I like that. Let's make a few edits to the copy as we go along. Our signature process, more featured case studies, case study, our services. It's looking good so far. Let's come down in here. Now, this section doesn't have a heading. That's a problem. We want to address that. This section, we probably don't have 400,000, so we can just delete that. Satisfied customers, that's always good. Frequently asked questions, we can fill those in later. And we really probably don't want anybody contacting us unless they have more questions, so let's just indicate that. And I like this row. It's a very standardized header that you see throughout the whole layout pack. So I'm going to save this row to my library and just call that business header row. Save to library. Now I can add that back up here because this section needs a header. And I'll just go to the new row button here. Add from library, and there's the business header row I just created. Now it's going to show up down here, but of course I can drag it up one section. There we go. Frequently asked questions, that's not what we want. Get a virtual assistant today, or rather book a virtual assistant today. And clearly, the information here doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So let's change this so that it actually makes sense for our the business that we are building here. I like the categories: basic, professional, and enterprise. You know, virtual assistant needs could be categorized that way, but we're not doing memberships. We're doing time blocks. So I'm going to take this annual membership here. I'm going to call that 5 hours per week. We'll call this one 10 hours per week. And I'm going to call this one 20 hours per week. Then we got to adjust the pricing. Let's take this one, $360. Let's make this one $175. And let's make this one an even 100. We also need to come in here and change this information, including the copy for the call to action button. So let's open this guy up. Let's go to the basic thing here and scroll down. Now you can see it just changed this stuff here, and all we need to do is just come back up to our services section and recall what it is we're offering. So we're offering email management, calendar management, social media posting, business presentations, travel arrangements. Now clearly, it's probably not all we're offering, but it's what we're advertising. These are like probably the big ticket items people really want. And then I'm going to actually highlight that so that I can quickly just add that to the others here when I open them up. And the link text needs to change as well. So this is sign up. We're going to change that to book now. All right. Open this one up. Come here to professional. Change our button text to book now. And we'll swap this out. And we'll also highlight that this one is the best value. So, and we'll bold that. And finally, we'll do this one as well. Come in here to enterprise. We want to change our price. Nope, not the price. To button to book now. Our content to reflect our main offerings. Okay. I think we got a pretty good looking main page for a virtual assistant website. And before we make it functional, I'm going to check out some of the stuff people are saying. Oh, wow. So BJ and Jason seem to be in there taking comments. Let me come over here to the posting. I got to do this off screen because it'd be kind of weird to show a live stream within a live stream. Can I show us mobile displays, please? Unfortunately, that is probably outside of the scope of what I'm able to cover within this live stream. We're at 41 minutes right now, and I still have to make this functional, which isn't going to take too long, but I'd like to get this done in about an hour. What I can do is show you, if you go down here to your primary settings, you can change over here in the left-hand corner your viewport. So it's on desktop right now. I could change it to tablet or to mobile. And then, as you can see, these text sizes, they're not optimized for these sizes yet, but they quickly can be. And when you go in here and you make changes to the different views, those will be saved as settings for that device size. So it shouldn't be too terribly hard for you to scale down some of these text sizes, for instance, to very quickly make your site more appealing on these different device sizes. But what I've focused on for the purpose of this live stream is to make sure that we're showing the basic desktop setup. Yeah, Mark, wish you could search for icons. That would have saved some time, huh? I can say I think that's probably on the roadmap. We've talked a lot about how we can make finding different elements that we offer, different design assets that we offer within Divi easier to find and apply. Is the Divi child theme available for download? No, but like I said, it's not because it's we're trying to keep it from you, but it's literally just a blank child theme. There's nothing special about it. I went to divi.space and I used their child theme builder just so I could have something in a couple seconds to use for an example. Will this video be available for future viewing? Yes, it will be. Right after this wraps up, it'll continue to be available on Facebook, and then we'll go ahead and upload it to YouTube too if you like to watch our stuff there. All right, so that seems to be most of what everybody's talking about on the comment section right now. Continue to hop in there if you're interested. Looks like BJ Keaton and Jason Champagne from our content team are also fielding questions, so between the three of us, we'll get you guys taken care of. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is actually make this thing functional. So we've got and what I mean by that is, you know, if someone came to this website right now and they clicked this button, it wouldn't do anything. If they came down here to our pricing table and they wanted to book a virtual assistant today and they click book now, it wouldn't do anything. So let's make that a reality. So I'm going to save everything that I've changed here, and I'm going to exit the Visual Builder for now. And this is what my site's looking like. Pretty nice. Kudos to the Divi design team and Kenny Singh in particular, creating some awesome stuff for us to use. So this is excellent. This is a great single page website, and all I need to make it work is to make these plans actually bookable. So to do that, let's go back into the back end of WordPress. Let's go to Plugins, Add New, Upload Plugin. And like I said, I already have the plugins that I wanted selected. So this is WooCommerce. I'm going to install that. Activate the plugin. And it's got kind of a long setup process. I mean, it's not long. It's actually, for what it allows you to do, it's pretty short. But that said, I mean, for the purposes of this, it kind of takes a little while. So I'll try to just blitz through this as fast as I can. So we can get to the fun stuff. United States dollars. Digital products. Let's go. Okay, choose PayPal. Not that I have anything against Stripe, but it's easy to do. Continue. And skip this step. And return to dashboard. Okay, so now we've got WooCommerce in. The basic setup wizard is complete. It's ready for us to add new products, but we want a bookable product, and that requires an extension. Now, this extension is not free. It's actually $240 or $49, I believe. You can check that out on woocommerce.com. It's the bookings extension. So this is not a cheap extension, but again, if you're running a business and you're booking clients, investing in some of these tools is not usually that big of a deal. And as far as booking tools go, I found this one to be one of the sleekest, the best designed, and the easiest to use. So I'm going to go ahead and install that plugin as well. This is WooCommerce Bookings. Activate the plugin. Okay. Probably don't even need these two guys. Well, definitely not Hello Dolly. See you, Dolly. Okay. So let's go to Products, Add New. And we'll just call this first one, if you remember our categories, 5-hour time block. And I'm going to use another Chrome extension, the Lorem Ipsum generator, to grab some text. So let's get a few paragraphs of text. That's our full product description, and then I'll take just part of this, and that'll be our short product description. And here's where all the magic kind of happens. I'll set a product image first before I get to that. Okay, so here's where the bookable WooCommerce magic happens. Go to bookable product. It's virtual, fixed blocks of 5 hours. We want it to be approved by the admin beforehand. It can be canceled 1 day before the start date. And there is a lot of stuff in here that you can do. But honestly, it's a lot of, settings to configure for the purposes of this live stream, but suffice it to say that you can figure out what your availability is. You can put your availability in down here. I guess I can kind of show what that looks like. So, for instance, my goodness, this is all over the place. All right, range of days, Monday through Friday, bookable, yes. Priority 10. And so the way that this works is you can add these different priority rules, and these rules will take effect or take priority over each other the lower the priority number is. So a 9 takes priority over 10, 8 takes priority over 9 and 10, etc. All right, time range all week. So all week from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. you're available for virtual assisting. Let's call that at 9. And let's do a final. Let's make sure we have our weekends off. So Saturday to Sunday, we are not available, no. And that takes priority over everything. So there we go. It's basic rules for the bookable plugin so that people can find your availability. There's some other stuff right here that I want to highlight. All dates are not available by default, so they have to click in there, figure it out. Check rules against the starting blocks, all blocks being booked rather. First block starts at, I'm going to leave that blank, but I do want to restrict when somebody can start a block, so we don't want anybody to, let's just make it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you're booking 5 hours with me, you can't expect to get 5 hours in a week if you don't book it, say, before Tuesday. All right. That's probably as basic as I can get away with by still showing you how this works. So let's save that. Page layout, I'd like that to be full. I'd like to hide the nav unless I scroll down. And I'll go ahead and publish this. And view that product. All right, so you've now got a bookable block of time for $100. People can come in here and see when you're available. They can book that and go to their checkout. So what you want to do once you have your product created is save that link. It's published, but then you copy that link, come in here, enable the visual builder. You want to come down here to your pricing table, go to your settings, and go to the link section here. Replace that # with your new product link. Save, exit Visual Builder. And now, when someone lands on your website and they scroll down, they're getting convinced by all the awesome services you provide. They've read your case study. They've watched the video that explains your process and how you work. They love it. They want to book a virtual assistant today, and they click Book Now, and it actually allows them to do so. So there you go. All right. That just about does it for the demo portion of this live stream. I want to make sure if we have any questions coming in, that I'm answering those. So let's go see what you guys are talking about. Oh, okay, Danny, thanks for clarifying. I'm glad that the mobile view I discussed was what you were looking for. Doesn't look like a whole lot of new questions have come in. But if you do have any questions, now's the time. I'll just kind of hang out here and make myself available to answer any questions you have. While I'm doing that, let me just kind of recap what we did today. So we've been live for 55 minutes, and in that time, we've gone from a completely blank WordPress install to installing Divi, installing a blank Divi child theme, and then using the layout pack that we got from elegantthemes.com/blog. The link is in the video description, so just grab that and you can head over there and get that download right now for free. And we uploaded 7 beautiful pages of brilliantly designed layouts, and then I kind of remixed those for a specific use case, that of a virtual assistant website. and I took sections from different pages throughout the layout pack. I saved those to the library, and then I reused them all on my one page. And if I were to publish this right now, I would probably take these pages off my menu, and I would just have some like quick links up here that take like book a virtual assistant now or something like that, and it would literally just be a link to the section down there where they can book it. So it would just take them down to one page. And the only other pages that would exist on this site would be pages that take people to products or take people to case studies, but none of those would be listed up here in a menu. They would just be linked to from this page. So it's not quite single page, but it's pretty close. It's the only page that people really land on and use. All right, and all that happened in under an hour. Okay, question from Luchin. How can I migrate a Divi website without disabling the actual site, or should I create a template local on another website, then import? Well, there are a few things you can do. So if we on our website, on our blog, we actually have a few posts that outline exactly how to use different migration tools. So you can copy your whole website and move it to another website, and you won't have to disable the one that you currently have up. If you're just talking about grabbing the designs that you've created and being able to use those on other websites, what I would recommend doing is going to the page that you've created that you want. I'd enable the visual builder like I've just done. And then I'd go down here to the main control panel, and this is our save to library icon right here, and you can just save that page as a template to the library, and then you can export that from the Divi library and use it on any Divi install that you want. So that's what I would recommend doing. Oh yeah, just to refresh you guys on the name of the color picker tool I use, it's a Chrome extension available for free in the Chrome extension store. It's just called Color Pick Eyedropper. We have another question that says, how do I change the default theme color to a color that I want? Should I use CSS to do that? If you're talking about the theme accent color, you do not need to use CSS for that. All you need to do is come in here to the theme customizer. General settings, layout settings, theme accent color, and you can use this tool to select whatever color you'd like, and that will become your theme accent color. Good question. Kent is asking, can I review/re-see the video? Yeah, after this live stream is over, it will just stay on Facebook as a full-length video that you can view at any time you'd like. It will also go up to Facebook, or sorry, to YouTube. Someone is asking how much approximately would this example website cost? Well, as I've shown, if you want to, you can follow this tutorial to get exactly the same result for the cost of a Divi membership, which is $89 for annual or $249 for lifetime, and the WooCommerce extension, WooCommerce booking extension, which is $249 a year. So you're looking at just under $600 for that, and then whatever your hosting is, you'll want that as well. So it's not nothing, but you could get this site DIY'd at a quality that would probably cost you thousands of dollars to get, no joke, many thousands of dollars to get, without paying for any of that labor or expertise on the design front. So someone is asking, the logo is shown when scrolling. Could you have the full Divi logo upon load and then just go down to the D? Yes, we actually, Jason, maybe you can chime in on this, but he might have written up a tutorial on our blog for that. But I believe there's a tutorial on our on our blog, elegantthemes.com/blog, where you can change the logo that's shown on scroll. So as you scroll down, the logo that appears in your fixed logo section will be different from the one that shows up on load. So yes, Kent, that is possible. Check our blog for that tutorial. It's there. Okay, it looks like the questions are dying out. We just hit 1 hour. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a really fun time doing this live stream. I hope you guys enjoy us doing this every week. I've made some notes of any questions. It looks like all the questions we've been able to answer. Be sure to check out our Facebook page, subscribe to our blog newsletter, and keep an eye out for our next freebie, which is coming out this next Monday. And either myself or someone else on the content team will be back next week to do this exact same thing with a brand new Divi layout and a brand new use case for that Divi layout. So thanks again, and I will see you guys very soon.